Time now for Inside Banking with NCB. Happy to be joined by Kerry-Ann McCourty Simmonds, Manager Retail Banking Division. Welcome to the hotline, Ms. McCourty Simmonds.
Thank you, Emily. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Good to have you.
Yes, thanks.
So we're talking about convenient SME cash management solutions today.
Yes, ma'am.
Go right ahead and tell me all about it.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Emily. All right, so as Emily stated, we'll be talking about our convenient SME cash management solutions. It is common knowledge that small and medium-sized enterprises, and we refer to them as SMEs, are the engine of our economy. And Emily and viewers, listeners, these businesses generate employment opportunities, promote economic growth, and fuel sustainable economic development. However, as we all know, there is a big challenge that a lot of these SMEs face, and it is that they often have limited resources and may not have a dedicated finance team to manage their cash flows, and this is where NCB comes in. Again, it is well known that without proper cash management, businesses can quickly run into financial difficulties. And Emily, whilst we understand that the day-to-day operations must be maintained, we also know that deposits and savings are critical to the maintenance and growth of any profitable business, as money that is retained is used to build and maintain cash reserves for emergencies, future capital investments, or even as a cushion for large tax payments. And SMEs all know the significance of March 15th in Jamaica, just around the corner. Yes. So NCB recognizes that this is a challenge that our SMEs face, and that is why we support them by continuously improving our solutions, which are specifically catered to them. And therefore, today, we're going to be talking about some of the cash management solutions that are available to our SMEs. And please bear in mind, listeners, that this is also includes our solution for our sole traders. Right.
So people trading as well as companies registered, but who have small, I suppose, revenues and so forth in a particular band. Yeah?
Correct. That's correct, Emily.
So tell us about some of these cash management solutions that you have at NCB for small, medium enterprises.
All right. Certainly, I'll be happy to do so. So each SME has a different situation, and we have a number of deposit options that will help them to be more efficient. And for our business customers, in fact, for all our customers, we understand that time is money. And we know that time spent in branch to deposit cash or checks could be used to manage businesses, which means more money being made. Because it's very difficult sometimes for our SMEs, owners of small businesses, to get away from those businesses. So we want to get them out of the bank, but also to make them more efficient. All right? One of the most common, and may I also add, practical deposit offering is our Dropbox service. And this allows our customers to deposit checks and cash in a deposit box at any one of our branches island-wide. After depositing, the contents are cleared by Beryllium Limited, and this is formerly Guardsman. Some persons still know them as that. And Guardsman or Beryllium, who processes the respective deposits and credits, and these go into the related account, and this is normally within 24 hours of being going into the Dropbox. All right. But we even have some faster solution for business owners, Emily. And as I said before, these people are usually on the go, and they're looking for a more convenient and in some instances digital means of making deposits. So we have some that we want to talk about this morning. These are electronic transfers. We have one which we refer to as our remote check deposit. We also have cash or check collection through the deposit or courier system, which I just described. And
that's the one you just described. Okay.
That's the one I just described. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. And then we also have the quick credit cash lodgement system.
Right. So let's start with the, what is it now? Electronic deposits or transfers? That's interesting. How that work?
All right, so sure, our digital solution enable our SMEs to have faster access to their cash. So for the electronic deposit or transfers, and as I mentioned, many of our customers are familiar with electronic deposits and transfers, and this referred to our RTGS and ACH transfers, and these are facilitated through our business online banking platform. So our customers can stay anywhere in the world and do their transfers. This once again adds value to their business because it means faster delivery of goods or payment for a service, which in turn makes the SME look even more credible in the eyes of their customers and suppliers. And we all know how important reputation is in business nowadays.
Right. So the RTGS, that's your real-time gross settlement.
Correct.
Right. And the ACH? The ACH is
That's
what now?
another method of transfer that we use. Automatic clearinghouse.
Yes, automated
clearinghouse
right.
transfer.
Automated clearinghouse. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And what? So these are chiefly online transfer mechanisms. Yeah.
These are online transfer mechanisms, which, as I say, are very. I said before, are very convenient for our customers.
Right. Yeah. So most of us are familiar with those. But for each of these, the RTGS or the ACH, there are specific fees attached to each transaction, no?
There are specific fees attached to each transaction, but as we prefer when our customers come into our branches or call directly, and then we have that conversation with them.
Yes. Okay. Then the remote check deposit, no?
All right. So for the remote check deposit,
is that the one you spoke to me about before? The Dropbox service?
No.
Okay.
That's a Dropbox. So the remote check deposit is a little bit different. So this one allows business customers to deposit checks to their Jamaican dollar savings or current account, which is again linked to their business online platform. This is done again from the comfort of their home or their office. It is very convenient, and it also saves time. The process involves scanning and submitting check details electronically for deposit to their accounts.
Yes. This is the one that fascinated me last week. I had no idea at all, Miss McCourty Simmonds, that this exists. So I can sit at my desk and I can just scan a check that somebody has given to me if I'm the payee. And then submit the details, and I suppose with an indication to what account the check is to be deposited, yeah?
Right, and that information would be done via you scanning your check, and there's a scanner that is provided by the bank.
Where, online?
No. Remember now. So this is the remote check deposit. This is not an online deposit. What this is, we give the customer a scanner, and they will scan those checks from their office or from their home or wherever they have their scanner set up. Right, and this will update some information. So it will capture the information that is on the check. Yeah. And once it captures the information on the check, it feeds it somewhere.
So we can't use a regular scanner to do this?
No.
No?
Really? We will have to get a scanner that is...
Well, not a scammer. I don't want a scammer.
Not a scanner that is provided by the bank.
What? We have a whole heap of scanners to give away?
So we have scanners, certainly. We have the scanners ready to provide them to our customers.
And a cost?
Remember now, it's for our SME customers. It is for our SME customers.
And is there a fee attached to that service where they have to pay for rental of the scanner?
For the first scanner, there is no fee. However, if the customer breaks the scanner, there is a fee that is charged, and it's a minimal fee. But it is for the first scanner, and the truth is, because the scanners are something that they're sitting on your desk, or it is sitting at your desk, or somewhere. You're not going to be breaking the scanner. It's not going to be falling. It's not like a point-of-sale machine that can drop easily out of somebody's hands. So we shouldn't be having a lot of challenges with the scanners falling off at all.
Oh, fancy that. So any SME business can request a scanner from NCB, and they can use the scanner from their various locations to scan their checks. And then after scanning the check and giving instructions about which account the check is to be deposited, then what do they do with the checks thereafter? All
right. So once the customer has scanned the check, the customer is required to subsequently deliver the physical checks in specifically marked envelopes to any NCB branch within the agreed time frame, and this is usually by 4 p.m. daily. However, we ask that our customers who request the scanner, they have to be doing at any one point at least 6 checks. So we have customers who are doing larger volumes of checks to be using the scanner, as opposed to somebody who is probably doing 1 check once a week or twice a week. But we definitely want the persons who have large volumes of check to be using these scanners. It's more practical.
Yes, that's right. So those scanners are, I suppose, fitted with particular sensitivities to to accurately record all the details that are relevant for you to be satisfied in the bona fides of the check that's coming to you?
Correct. And we will also train our customers on how to use the scanners and to scan the checks properly.
When did this start? The remote check deposit?
The remote check deposit started probably over a year ago, you know.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's brilliant.
It started some time ago.
Brilliant addition.
Yes.
So you have a lot of SMEs using it now?
We have a few SMEs. Yes, we have SMEs who are using it now. You know that sometimes things that are new takes a little bit of time for persons to catch on, but our customers are certainly catching on. And I'm sure by me talking to them about it today, more persons will certainly know about it and understand a little bit more of what is happening at NCB.
So let me just understand as well. If you do the scanning in the morning, there's a requirement that the actual physical check the checks need to be in the bank by 4 p.m. on the same day?
Correct, 4 p.m. on the same day, so we can now do our matching to make sure that the checks that you scanned and the check that we have in hand are the correct checks. Because if they are not, and if the checks don't come to the bank at all, then we certainly can't. We have to reverse that transaction for the day.
Oh.
So it is a method to ensure that whatever is happening is correct.
And I suppose the 4 o'clock deadline is important because the moment the check is lodged, there's a certain time for the check to be cleared. Yeah? Which is why you probably have it on the same day of the scanning.
Correct. And once the customer goes to any branch of NCB, they just indicate that they're here to drop off the checks, and we're not going to turn them away, because persons may be saying, oh, but the bank closes before 4 p.m. No, for the customers who are doing using the remote check capture and depositing their checks, and they want to drop them off in the days, certainly we're going to take them. Nobody's going to turn them away from the bank when they turn up at 3:45 or 4 o'clock, because that's the agreement.
Fancy. I absolutely love it. I've got 1 minute. I've taken longer than I needed to. Well, longer than I wished on it, because it is so new, and I just think it's really good. So tell me what you want to tell me in the 1 minute, and then perhaps next week we can come back to finalizing some of the other ways in which the SMEs can use the cash management solutions. What else you want to tell me in a minute?
All right. So we also have what we call our quick credit. And the quick credit is an express cash lodgement solution, which is facilitated through a mobile application or an online portal. The service is available to those customers whose lodgements are either placed in the drop box at an NCB location or collected directly from their place of business by Beryllium. So the remote check capture is for checks, and the quick credit is for cash. So if I have 30 more seconds, Emily, so our customers will be required to submit the details of the lodgement bag, that is the account number, the deposit amount, and the bag number in the quick credit app, which can be downloaded on the Android or non-Android devices. And the customers' account will be credited within 1 hour after the lodgement bag has been collected and scanned by Beryllium.
Well, come back next week. Maybe start back next week on this quick credit, because I think it's very important. But once you say Android, I'm thinking of Miss Lucy right there. And I tell you all about that. So let's talk again. Right. Fancy. Love it. The remote check deposit, I think, is revolutionary. Thank you so much, Kerry-Ann McCourty Simmonds. Thank you, Manager Retail Banking at NCB. That's Inside Banking with NCD. No.